Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is December 12th, 12/12, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Alright, oh, I think that's what that meant. I had like a bajillion dreams last night, right? And I remember all of them. But one of the dreams that I'm still thinking about multiple of them, but one of the dreams, I was like just researching something in particular of the dream, and given like where inside the dream it was taking place, I think it makes sense. I don't know if I want to do a reading on it though, because actually it kind of spooked me a little. And I'm hard to get spooked, but it spooked me a little because it's like, for some of you it could be like about your gifts. No, I'm not gonna do a reading on it. Hey, so welcome to my channel. Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. These messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So, I want to share the dream. So, I never heard about this superstition or something like that until like I literally just looked it up, because in the dream, after I had the dream, blah, 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 I'm like, oh my god, like what is that, you know, like what? But apparently and that's why like I was even spooked, because it was the complete opposite of what I thought it was, which in hindsight I guess it's like a good thing, but it's something that like, that's why it's like you got to be careful what you say. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm trying to get my sage going, and I gotta open the window because I feel like this is not enough right now. I need more sage right now. So I'll tell you the dream. In the dream, it was kind of like I was like in a, first of all, it was like very neglected and abandoned. It was like, but there was also like tunnels, right? It was kind of like a prison, but like a psychiatric ward, asylum. It was like both, right? And the thing is, it was like dark and run down and like wet and cold and like grimy and things like that. And I remember I was breaking out of it, but there were like different versions of me breaking out of it. And one of the versions of me, I was looking at myself and it was me, and I had opened my mouth, and it was like, so I'm like looking at myself, right? But at the same time, I can like feel myself like showing my tongue, and my tongue was black, and I remember swallowing a white puzzle piece. And hold on. And I remember it was like we were all like breaking out of like this like asylum prison kind of thing, and we were all going to be free in a sense, right? And we were all like wearing like these white gowns or some shit like that, and the entire place, it kind of gave off the eerie feeling of like forgotten, like we were forgotten, okay? And yeah, we were like going through, like jumping through like the windows and like scoping the area out, right? And so obviously that gives off like the feeling or the vibe of like, you know, imprisonment, being locked up, right? Like a part of yourself that's like being locked up, or like a part of yourself that's been like forgotten and kind of like put away, right? So the reason why I mentioned the gifts is because now I saw that in the dream, right? So it's like I'm standing in front of myself, but it's also me, and like I remember sticking out my tongue and swallowing a white puzzle piece, right? And as I'm doing that, like, and I'm also like looking at myself, and I'm like, wow, that's so odd. Like, why is my tongue black, right? Pumpkin pie. No. She said no. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. So yeah, my dream, right? So obviously at this point, like any other person would be like, oh my god, that's so scary, like what's going on, blah, that's spooky, blah, right? So, but it's weird because like in the dream, in the entire time, like I wasn't scared or anything like that. The only thing I was just like why is my tongue black, right? I was questioning that. I was like, what is that? Like, why is that? Like, because it's the first time I've ever seen that from my recollection, right? So, blah, blah, whatever. That dream ended, and then I had like a bunch of other dreams, and whatever. Anyway, so I looked it up, and apparently that's a superstition. Black tongue, that's a superstition, and I had no idea. And what is the superstition of the black tongue? Someone is said to have someone. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh, I don't like the way things get worded sometimes. Okay, so the superstition behind the black tongue is someone said to have a black tongue, and Islamic, they call it the Ka'ali Zaban, and that's like I feel like that's where that kind of comes from. But if what they say, even in jest, which is like even jokingly, right, ha ha ha, right, like as a joke, if what they say, even in jest, always comes true. And that's crazy because like my track record with accuracy has always been on point, but you could also be experiencing that too. But that's why I said that's why you have to be careful with what you say, and that's why you could have picked up on this. Like, why is it that whenever I say blah blah, right? So that's why like it's very cautious to be careful with how you use your words and what you say, because if, let's say for hypothetical purposes, right, humor me, let's say if this is you collective, if this is true, that's why you are very careful with your words and how you word them and what you say, and that's why you say certain things and that's why you don't say certain things, okay? For instance, you wouldn't want one of these people to wish you break a leg. You will, right? Then there's Nazar, or the evil eye. This is where you say something and the opposite comes true. So the evil eye is more like, oh, I hope I get to go to this theme park today, right? Like, and then somebody would put the evil eye upon you so that way you don't go to the theme park, right? Versus the black tongue. I don't know why it's called the black tongue, because it sounds so ominous and like sinister, but I guess it has to do with like black is black. Black is always going to be black. But I don't know. But I feel like the way you use it is like somebody has like a wish, and you're like, oh yeah, it's definitely going to happen, and it comes true. I feel like the way you use it is more positive, supporting, right? Which is, if you're gonna have like a gift like that, a skill like that, like it's you gotta use it in a respectful way, right? You can't just be wishing people break a leg just so they can break legs and shit like that, right? I'm laughing because there's something that's very like I don't know. Anyways, so that's why I mentioned like your gifts and things like that. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're at this point and everyone's been talking about ascension and like gifts and an inheritance and blah blah blah, right? And I feel like at this point there are parts of yourselves that are becoming unlocked, that are becoming free, and some of those parts could just be like gaining confidence, being courageous, loving yourself. For some of you it could be that, and it could also be like unlocking these gifts that were locked away. And I feel like they weren't locked away from you. I feel like initially they were locked away from something else or someone else, and then not having access to that or not realizing that you have that 118, all of your issues and traumas and the world and the environment and family and life and blah blah blah, like you just kind of forgot about it. You forgot that you can do certain things, that you can be certain things, that you have certain things. You just forgot about it, right? Hence the whole, like, it was like a neglected prison psychiatric thing. It was like dark and cold and damp, and there were parts of myself being free, right? So I feel like the locked parts of the chosen one's consciousness or the chosen one's gifts and abilities and skills, they're being freed. And so it's going to, I just saw 111. It's allowing you to be a whole version of yourself, a more fulfilled version of yourself. And that's going to come with gifts, skills, abilities. 1111, I just saw. It's going to come with gifts, skills, abilities, right? Awareness. So I feel like at this point, it's even more crucial for you to be very cautious and aware. Be more aware, all right? Because then that way, like, you're going to be like, okay, cool, like, you know, whatever. But, like, if you're aware, it's going to be easy for you to be cautious. Like, that's why it's just very important with what you say, especially if you have a black tongue. And that sounds so, like, ominous, right? But yeah, that was the dream. That was just one part of a whole dream, by the way. And then there was like another dream, and then I had another dream, and then I had another dream, and then I had another dream. All right, I had multiple different dreams last night. There's also a woman. This is not really relevant. I mean, thank you, God, for showing me this. But the thing is, there are some, like, it's not relevant to me. I feel like I'm aware of it, like I know, like there are things that you could be aware of, you can know, but it's not really relevant to you because it doesn't really matter. Like, there is a woman that feels some type of way about a bond that you had with someone, or a bond that you have with someone. But you see why it's irrelevant? Because it doesn't really matter. Like, who cares about how someone feels about the bonds that you do or do not have with anybody in your life? So you see? But the reason why I'm thanking God is because thanks for showing me that so-and-so feels this type of way about blah, 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 right? So now that everyone's aware, you can just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. So it's not a secret. It's no secret over here. All right, I'm going to keep on moving. So I'm going to use this deck. Alright, because I'm getting hot. Oh, you know what? With the whole black tongue thing, that part of yourself could have been, like, because you know how I just said, like, it could have been, like, locked away or something like that, but not by you, but, like, from an outside source, like another party, another person, whatever. I feel like the reason why that happened, if it was locked away, and, I mean, like, the way this place looked, it looked like it had, like, years, I'm talking years, like, you know how, like, in movies and shows, like, an abandoned house, or, like, even outside here, like, you know, it's been inhabitable for a very, very, very long time, like years, 10, 20 years, because just the way it looks. That's how it looked. It's snowing outside. So someone, you could have been saying things when you were a child and it was always on point, right? Like, you'd be like, oh, blah, 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 and then next thing you know, like, people are experiencing that, or seeing that, or hearing that, right? And so that could have scared a lot of people, right? Like, you got this little child who was just born, like, a couple years ago, and already they're saying things that, where are they getting this from? So, of course, that's gonna scare a bunch of adults. Adults, by the way, who already could have had a rocky relationship with the Most High God, and already, like, operate out of fear and confusion, lack of knowledge, lack of knowing, right? On top of being afraid. So they could have bounded together, made an agreement. We're going to have to lock that, whatever that is, not knowing that's a gift from the Most High God, right? Not so it's kind of like you could have been a prophet or a prophetess, or you are a prophet or a prophetess, and not knowing that that's a gift. That's not something to be afraid of. And if you're afraid of it, it's because you're afraid of what's about to come out that child's mouth. So I feel like a lot of it was fear. They were afraid of what you could say, what you could have said, what you were saying. A lot of you could have been saying things about your own family members, and it's like, who else could have known that? Who else could have known that? And of course, that's going to scare said family members who are doing said things that should not be doing. And here you are, this child who was just born a couple years ago. How is it that you already know this? How is it that you are... The snow outside is getting more like... You know how, like, snow just falls? But the snow outside is like that now. So you could have been saying things, and, like, the same people who are... I'm getting the same people who were, like, afraid of the things that you were saying or you could have said, were the same people that would be like, oh, that's not of God, that's not of God. We need to do something. We need to save this child. And it's like fake Christians or fake Catholics or whatever. They're fake in their religion. They weren't real, and they were afraid of what this child was saying. You could have been this child. But yeah. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Look. It's like, let me stop. Look at it. We got an eagle, so you can see things from a higher perspective. And I also feel like with this wolf, you're kind of like a loner, or you... I did a reading yesterday, and one of the cards that really stuck out to me was like the whole alienate yourself. Like, you just... It's not like you're in isolation. Like, these people could have tried to isolate you to make it seem like, no, we can't be around that person. That person's bad. But I feel like, in turn, like, yes, please think that. Like, they're doing you a favor, because if they're isolating you, you don't have to feel guilty about alienating yourself from them. You know? And I feel like that works out in your favor. Like, you don't want to be around me, that's fine. That saves me, like, the burden of having to feel guilt of not wanting to be around you. But if you want to see it as that way, then that's great. But I feel like, yeah, with that lone wolf, you're stronger by yourself. There's also a snake wrapped around here, around all of this. You're very, very smart. Very clever. Cunning, I'm hearing. Cunning, clever, smart, witty. I feel like you have your words. People don't want to get bit by your words, and that's why they did this, right? If it was like, if the skill or gift was like locked away, it's because they didn't want to get bit by your words. Because it's like, how is it that you would know these things, or how is it that you're saying blah 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 and blah 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 is happening? But it's crazy because these are the same people that believe in the Most High God, but they can't see a gift from God if it's like right in front of their face. Because these are people that, like, how is it that you swear up and down you're like a Christian or a Catholic or whatever, but you don't believe in... I'm hearing deliverance. Wow. Or angels. Like, everything is demonic. Everything is demons. Everything is demons. It's just, that's not... No. Hermit. Retreat and recharge. Yeah. I feel like this is something that... This is like your energy. It came out on the fence. That's so funny. I love it. Yeah. Like, you be willingly isolating yourself from these people. Like, you just be alienating yourselves. It's like a choice, though. because you just know, like, it's just easier if you're by yourself. It's just better if you're by yourself. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and open my mouth and talk to people if these are the same people that are afraid or don't want to hear what I have to say, but they want me to talk, but they don't want to hear what I have to say, but they want me to talk, but they don't want to hear what I have to say. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's just easier if I just don't. But I feel like with it on the fence, I feel like these are the same people that they now need you around them. Oh, they need you around them because they need to, they know that what you have to say is very important, especially in times like this and now. And they need you around them. They need to hear what you have to say. They know that if you talk to them, you're going to give them words of wisdom, encouragement, warnings, messages. And I feel like they need that right now. But it's like, I don't really want to be over there because I'm good over here. Right? And it's like, you don't even really want me. You just want the words that are coming out of my mouth. And so it's not really my company. It's just what my company can provide. Right? And at this point, if these are like friends, you're just like, but are we really friends? If these are family members, it's just like, but are we really family members? If these are coworkers, it's like, but are we really coworkers? You know what I mean? It's not. You're fine. Like, it's not. I feel like there are people that are seeking you out for the things, for the words that are coming out of your mouth. They're trying to seek you out. But I feel like with the shapeshifter, you're always like, changing or shifting or like they can't find you because you're always changing. So it's hard for these people to like, but I feel like it's hard for them to like communicate with you because it's like they're afraid like if they communicate with you the wrong way, you're gonna pick something up and it's gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm good. So I feel like it's difficult for them to like, they don't know who you are. They don't know what you are. We got a couple of animals here. Oh, there's like a deer. He's got the face of a deer. We got an eagle, a snake, a wolf. Or is that a bear? No, I think that's like a deer. If that is a deer, let me see. If that is a deer, I can't tell. Or is that a cat? She is so cute. Oh my gosh. She's going quack, quack, quack. I know. Yeah, these people, they don't know how to approach you. They don't know how to make it so where you would willingly want to leave your self-alienation from these people to where you would like want to like, yeah, I'll give you words of wisdom, I'll give you advice, I'll help you with this, I'll help you with that, blah, 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 blah. You know. But I feel like some of these people that are seeking you out are the same people that were afraid of you speaking like since you were a child or when you were a child or whatever came out your mouth when you were a child. They're the same people. It's like you didn't appreciate me before, you don't get to appreciate me now. And that's the thing, they don't want to appreciate you now. I just saw 242. They just want, I don't know, they feel like you can give them some sort of warning that they feel something bad is coming for them or something terrible or something has them like on edge, anxious, like paranoid. And they feel like if anybody would know or if anybody can speak on it 24/24, it would be you. But it's like that's the only reason why. And it's like if these are people close to you, I feel like for you that's not enough. I feel like the reading I did yesterday is kind of like tied in with this reading. It was talking about somebody who wants to be around you but doesn't want to earn it. They just feel like they're entitled to be around you. It's kind of given that same person or same people energy. It's not really you that they care about. They don't care about you as a person. It's just what you can like they need you to figure something out for them that's coming for them, or that's on like that's like they got themselves it's like they signed themselves up for something without even realizing that they signed themselves up for like a bad contract or some shit like that, or agreed to something without even realizing their end or something like that, right? Of the bargain, of the deal, of the contract. But they feel like the reason why they're seeking you out is because they know that you can figure something out for them that they can't figure it out. That's the only reason why. So they're trying to pull you out of your self-alienation, and just like, I don't want to be around you, so it's not going to happen. And it's like they don't know how to communicate with you. They don't know how to approach you because they don't they don't know who you are or what you are. Like you're constantly shape-shifting. Like I want to say like you're not human or something like that, but they just don't. They don't know. Yeah, look. Hermit. Retreat and recharge. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. I feel like my nose is like stuffy, like right here or something like that. I feel like it's stuffy. Like here, and then like in the back of my throat. I feel like it's stuffy. All right. What time is it? I have time. Oh man, I have so much to do today. All right, so I literally just opened up one of my social media accounts, and the first thing I seen was a video, and this guy in the video, he found like a trail of money. So whatever path that you're on the path of success. You're literally on the path of finances, on the path of money. Your money is just going to be popping up out of nowhere for you. It's going to be appearing for you. Right? I could say other things, but the video was specifically about dollar bills, like monies, like he was finding bills, right? That could have been a skit, it could have been real, but that's what I saw in the video. So, all right, now let me switch the decks. Oh, why did it fall? Oh, that's why. I'm gonna use, yeah, this one. The girl on TV just said, open. Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You're way, like, you see exactly what's going on. You're very aware. And I also know, like, I also feel like you know the truth. Like, you know why people are seeking you out. It's interesting because it's like you can tell, like, who's seeking you out and why and for what. Who's seeking you out and why and for what. And I'm also getting another thing where you're going to know, you're going to get, like, these... It's, like, about time. Like, it's... Like, you're gonna get like these inklings, like, I feel like so-and-so is gonna call me, or I feel like so-and-so is gonna give me a text, or so-and-so is gonna whatever, right? So it's kind of like that. I'm gonna get 3 of these. And then I'm going to move on to tarot. What time is it? I still have time. Forgive them. My phone went off 1 second. Nothing important. Forgive them. Yeah. I feel like the same people that are seeking you out, just forgive them, which is either you've already done this or you're being called to do this, but 334. I just saw. Yeah, just forgive them. Yeah, just forgive them. It's whatever. No, but seriously, though, like, forgiving people is more like for you so that way you can move on instead of harboring bitterness, resentment, anger, pain, suffering, blah, 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 right? Just forgive them, right? So it's kind of like, and also, too, it's kind of like if these people, the same people that kind of like locked something away for you or locked something away from you, forgive them because you're going to get it back. And for some of you, you did get it back, right? So, and yeah, it may have sucks because it's kind of like, wow, it's been how many years, or, you know, it's been so long, or I haven't seen, but you have it now, or you're getting it back. So are you going to sit there and complain about what was taken from you for a long ass time, but now you have it back? Or are you just going to be like, all right, whatever, I got it, it's okay. Like, yeah, it kind of sucks that happened, but you're good now, right? You're good. So what's the problem? So forgive them. Okay? And you got to keep in mind, like, you're going to be fine no matter what. Oh my gosh, I feel like you're going to be fine no matter what, because, like, and here I am, how are you? Yeah. Protect your blessings, yeah. I don't feel like you're being called to, like, help these people. I mean, you can if you want to, but you're not being called to do so. And so because you're not being called to do so, you're not going to feel 32-23. You're not going to feel like a tug or whatever, or you're not going to get backlash or punished or consequences for not helping these people. It's a difference. When you're being called to do something and you don't do that, whatever God is calling you to do, there are consequences, right? But in this situation, it's different. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. And if you don't help them, you're going to be fine either way. You're not called to do so. Because I feel like just as God has been working with you and through you in different ways, God is doing the same to them. So you don't really necessarily have to get yourself involved with these people because God is working on them. And that could, for some of these people, that could be karma. They could be experiencing karma. But again, that's God working through them, or, you know, helping them, or trying to make them see the error of their ways, or blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? That's not your business. So yeah, protect your blessings. I feel like these people are trying to get you out of, like, the self-alienation. But it's I feel like these people are realizing, wow, we shunned them, we neglected them, 33-44. We separated them, we alienated them, but come to find out they actually enjoy it. They really don't want to be around us. So it's kind of like, it's different. Like when you, okay, put it like this, right? Like when you're a child, like you have no choice but to be around the family functions, the holiday dinners, the celebrations, the parties, the gatherings. You have no choice because you're a kid. But as you grow older, right, and you become an adult, it's kind of like, oh, I really don't have to go to that. I really don't have to be there, so then I won't, right? And it's kind of like within those parties or gatherings or whatever, they could have alienated you deliberately, purposely. And now that you have the choice and the opportunity to not be involved around that, they're like, wow, you really don't care about being invited? You really don't care about being around us? And it's like, nah, I'm good. Enjoy, though. Have fun. But I'm good. Thanks, though. And they're like, it's like they're shocked by that. They're like, wow, the collective really doesn't want to be around us? And they thought they were doing something to you by, like, alienating you, or, like, making you feel like the odd one out, or, like, not inviting you, or not making you feel welcome, or this. Like, they thought they were really doing something to you, but it's like, no. Like, that's alright, because I didn't want to be there anyways, you know? And now they're realizing that, they're learning that, and it's just like a big shock to them. So that's why it's even more difficult for them to, like, if they actually really like being alone, how are we going to get them over here so that way we can hear them talk, right? Because we need them to talk. We need them to tell us things. But if they don't want to be around us by choice, how is it that we can trick them or, you know, get them to come over here when they don't even want to be here in the first place? And it's just like, I don't know, but that's not my problem. You'll be alright. So yeah, I feel like you're protecting your blessings. And you're being called to protect your blessings. Like I said, if you want to be around them and talk to them and give them words of wisdom, that's on you. But remember, you do not have to. This is not a calling. Alright? This is not a calling. There will be no consequences if you just kind of like let these people fend for themselves this holiday season. You're going to be fine. So I feel like that's really all that matters in this situation, in this reading, in this time. Okay? We got the letter M. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or place. Somebody with the letter N could be trying to like find you. Or this could be a mother figure, or you are a mother figure. Or this could be like, if you're a divine feminine, obviously you are many things. You're a mother, you're a teacher, you're a nurse, you're a provider, you're a doctor, right? You're a friend, you're many, many things, right? You're a wife, you're a lover, you're a gardener, you're a chef, you're many, many things, right? But I also feel like with the M, it's like you have like many parts of yourselves. You're more than one thing. God. What? Hold on. Yes, my love. Listen with your third eye. Wow, my back is like so itchy right now. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. My back was itchy and I had to like scratch it. So yeah, right? This is... Alright, I'm going to move on to tarot now. I did say 3 cards. The last one did say, listen with your third eye. So, I feel like you know how to listen. Shh, listen. Yeah, you know what's... You know what's going on. Let me shuffle these real quick though, because got Death card as I split the deck. That's Scorpio energy. It talks about transformation, rebirth. Knight of Swords reverse on the bottom of the deck. Now you're not stressed out about anything. You're not worried about anything. I feel like for a lot of you, you're welcoming this rebirth, like you're anticipating it. You're like, yes, right? Like, you know, I'm hearing it's been a long time coming. Country roads, where it goes. Who sings that? I think like Dolly Parton and someone else sings that. So you could have been like on a long, arduous journey. And now you're getting back to who you are, right? Take me home. right? She's so cute. I hear her singing her songs. Justice. Bam. Yeah, justice is here for you. It is your justice to have all the parts of yourselves returned. All the parts of you that were locked away or taken away from you, right? Due to fear, jealousy, envy, 447. A lot of it was envy because it's like this baby, this child was just born and already they're gifted in XYZ, or already they know XYZ, or already they have XYZ. I did a reading, like, I think it was earlier this year, or maybe it was last summer, where it was like, it talks about like a family member who felt some type of way because like they lived a life of harshness or struggle, this and that, and it's like, here comes this child, which would have been you collective, that was just born and already they're up for blessings and gifts and abundance and skills and beauty and love and handsomeness and this and that. And it's just like they really felt some type of way because it's like they've been doing the work and they've been doing this and it's just not fair and blah 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 blah. So they wanted to take those things away from you. But I feel like they were anyways, you're getting it back. It's justice for you to be the way God created you. Like, be the whole version of the way God meant for you to be. God wanted you to be. You're supposed to be. God created you to be. You're being back to that whole version of yourself. And it's like all those pieces and parts of you that were bit off or broken off or locked away by people, family members, entities, whatever. I'm hearing witch doctors even, right? It's being put back together. And I also feel like some of those people that took pieces of you, all the pieces of me, right? I feel like for some of you, if there are family members that took pieces of you and used it for themselves, whether it's for like financial gain or to exploit it or for this or for that, you're getting what's rightfully yours. And they could be wondering, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Because first of all, what you have, it was never yours. You took it, and you know that. All right? So that's that. Life is but a dream. Yeah, and yesterday's reading, I was talking about how like you are literally creating the reality that you want. And she just said life is but a dream. So whatever you're dreaming your life to be, you're making it. And it's not like in a delusional kind of way. Like you're actually pulling things from your imagination and creating those things out here. It's not like you're in that delusion of like, well, my life is this. And it's like, if I believe it, my life will turn out to be like this. But that's only a part of it. Like, you have to actually do things to make the life that you want. I don't know. Somebody needed to hear that. The magician, what is that, reverse? Yeah. Somebody is doing some magic that they should not be doing. Black magic, most likely. Dark magic. They're trying to manipulate things in a certain way to go their favor. Right? And I feel like these are the people, like, you forgive them, but there's a difference. It's like, okay, well, you already forgave me, so what's the point? What's the problem? But there's a difference, because it's like, yes, I forgive you, but you haven't given me the common courtesy of apologizing to me. All right? You still have something to do on your end that you're not doing. I forgave you because I got things to do. I'm moving on with my life. But I feel like they're trying to, like, manipulate something to go in their way, or trying to manipulate you to, like, get out of your self-alienation to be around them. But it's like, I don't need to be around you. I forgive you, like, unless you're here to tell me something that I should know, unless you're here to tell me something that I need to know, or give me something that belongs to me, or give me something that's mine. I mean, I don't really see a reason for us to be associating, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be around you just to be around you because I don't want to be around you just to be around you. There's a difference. You know, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be around people just to be around them, because, like, I had friends growing up that we would just hang out and just, like, literally do nothing in each other's presence, right? So it's not like that. It's because you two actually want to be around each other, right? But in this situation, it's like this person, they just want to be around you, and that's not happening because you don't want to be around them. So it's not, nothing you're going to do is going to work, because it's, I don't want to be around you just to be around you. It's not. What's not clicking? Who says that? What's not clicking, David? So yeah, it's just not like, what is it, like, what are you not getting? Oh no, was it Steven? What's not clicking, Steven? It's funny. Ten of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Cups upright. Yeah, these are people in your family, and a lot of these people that are in your family, or some of these people that are in your family, are going through some sort of financial struggle, and they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable. They can't relax. They can't enjoy anything. There's something about feeling like they can live a life of luxury, and they can't do that. They can't live out a delusion or a fantasy that they're living a life of luxury. They're not, and they can't live like that. They can't feel that way, right? Even if they could feel it, they'll be all right, but they can't even feel that way because they're not comfortable, because there's something going on with their finances. These are definitely people in your family with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. And then we have the Knight of Cups upright. They want to give you something. They want to come towards you as if they're going to offer you something or give you something, but I don't feel like that's fake. I feel like that's just an illusion with the Magician in reverse. I feel like they want to come around you as if they're going to offer you something genuine. Like, it could be love, friendship, understanding, apologies. But it's an illusion because they're not. You get around them and you're like, well, you said there will be cake. Where's the cake? Oh, well, you know, we decided at the last minute we're not going to buy the cake because we're on a diet. Do you see what I'm saying? They're going to try to, like, get you to be around them by trying to make it seem like there's something in it for you, but that's just an illusion with the Magician reverse. There really isn't anything for you around these people. There really isn't anything for you. That there's really nothing that they can offer you, right? They don't have anything to offer you. They don't. Nothing that is, like, really for you. What they want is for you to be around them so they can take and utilize what you have, which is the words that are coming out of your mouth. Your wisdom, your warnings, your cautiousness, your ideologies, your beliefs, your this, your that, your ideas, your passions, your answers. They want that from you, but in their mind, they need to trick you or cast an illusion that there's something in it for you. For some of you, it's going to be the illusion of family. Yes, we're your family. We love you. We care for you. Please, you know, but there's really, you get there and it's just like, same old, same old. It's cold, it's alienated, you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel welcome, you don't feel like you belong, you just don't, it's empty, the conversations are vapid, there's nothing in it for you, you find yourself uninterested, you can't really joke at the same jokes that they're joking, they're drinking, they're doing this, and it's just not, you're still going to be like out of place. So really, what is it in there for you? Now, I feel like the temptation could be the bonds of family, right? It's very tempting, right? Now, this is going to resonate if you don't have healthy. If you grew up in a healthy family dynamic, this obviously does not resonate for you. But if you grew up like wanting a family or being family oriented, obviously something like this would be tempting and important to you. But again, for a lot of you, I have to say, unfortunately, it's just a trick. Because it's like your own family members want to be around you, and that might seem tempting because they're your family. You love them, right? Or you want to be around them. But realistically, you're a stranger in your own family dynamic. You see? And that's would be the illusion. Like, yeah, hello, we're family, but you don't feel like it. What happened, Angel? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, she spilled some yogurt. She's like, Mama, I spilled the yogurt. I was like, oh, okay, baby. Mommy will clean up your mess. All right, let's see. Yeah. You got to forgive them also because, like, there's something very desperate about this energy. Like, they're desperate for this magic or this illusion to work because they just need you around them. They need... I feel like they need you to tell them, like, what's going to happen to them. Like, you're not... You can't see in the future, right? But yeah, they just need you to tell them, give them answers, words of comfort. I'm hearing words of wisdom. For some of you, not all of you, for some of you, not all of you, you're, there could be somebody with the letter M, whether it's a first, last, middle, initial, right? That you need to protect your blessings from this person. Got Temperance reverse on the bottom of the deck. It could be this person that can't find peace in their life or has no peace in their life with the letter M. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like whoever this person is, they just want to mess with your peace. That's why you're being called to protect your blessings, because whether you believe it or know it or not, peace, that is a blessing. That is, to be able to enjoy and experience peace, that is a blessing in itself, right? So I feel like peace is one of your blessings. Somebody wants to like mess with that. It could be somebody in your family, somebody that, it could be a family friend, a family member, a mother figure, or you are a mother figure, or you are a father figure, or it could be a father figure, but somebody's like doing magic, or they're hoping that their magic would work, because they want to, you being involved with these people is going to mess with your peace. I feel like they want to put some sort of like, the magic is also like an illusion. The illusion is like you feeling obligated to help these people, and you don't need to do that. There's no calling for you into helping with these people. Like, again, if you want to, you can, but there's nothing, like, you're not being called by the Most High God to help these people. So really, if you don't help them, there are no consequences in it for you in a negative way. And I feel like something about, there's a hint, one of the ingredients of this magic is to try and make you feel obligated into helping them. My nose is itchy because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like one of the ingredients is to try and make you feel obligated, so that way you can feel like you should or you have to. But if you do that, if you go down that route, it's really gonna mess with your peace. You okay, pumpkin pie? Okay. Oh, my baby, I love her. So yeah, I'm gonna get one more, and then I'm gonna close the reading. What time is it? Yeah. Where will it fall? Nobody knows. 2 came out. The 9 of Cups upright, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, because their biggest wish right now, all they really want, all they really want right now, the biggest thing that they're hoping for is this. The 9 of Pentacles, or, I mean, yeah, that too. But the 9 of Cups, right now, their biggest wish, their biggest wish right now is to find some sort of way to get out of the cold with you. Because it's like, they put you out in the cold, right? And come to find out, like, so the way I'm seeing is like, because usually the 5 of Pentacles upright in most tarots is like someone out in the cold in like the middle of the winter, right? So it's kind of like these people, this person, they kicked you out, right? And meanwhile, they're like, yeah, ha ha ha, we're going to kick them out. And then, you know, when we need them again, we're going to invite them back in and blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to use them and abuse them and, you know, and then we're going to kick them out again, ha ha ha, right? But when they kicked you out, you're like, oh, I mean, this ain't pretty bad. That's pretty good. So you build yourself a little shack, a little house. You got your fireplace. You got your food. You're hunting. You're gathering. You're foraging. Come to find out, like, you have enough to, like, you can sell some of the stuff and that you're making your money and this and that. Like, you got yourself a little business. You're like, yeah, this is pretty good. And these people, they're looking outside their windows and they're like, is that the collective? but we kicked them out. How come they're not outside shivering and crying and being in the cold and, you know, being neglected and left out and waiting for us to come back? And you're like, no, I'm pretty good over here, thanks though. So it's like they're wishing, they're like, how do we get them to come back inside to where we are? And you're like, but I have everything I want over here. I have my home, I have my this, I have my that, I have this, I have that. Like, I'm good. And I made it myself. Mommy. Yes, my love? No. Put it right here. Here. There you go. You know, and it's just like, I have everything. And it's like, you guys forced me to make everything and to do it all on my own. And now that I have it, like, I'm good. Like, what's the problem? And they're like, well, it wasn't supposed to be like that. You were supposed to not be able to make it on your own, so that way when we needed you again, you would come crawling back and we could just use you forever and ever and ever and then throw you back out. And that cycle would continue and continue and continue. But that didn't happen. So now they're like hoping and wishing for, like, how do we get the collective to come back with us? And how do we get the collective to want to be around us? And you're like, no, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. So that's the reading, really. They want to be able to figure out how to get you to want to get out of, like, from where you are, right? Because they really thought that by, like, doing this to you, you would be waiting for them. And you're like, well, since I'm out here, I might as well do something. Like, I'm not just going to sit here waiting. I'm cold. I'm going to make a fire. I'm hungry. I'm going to go hunt. I want a bed. I'm going to go make myself a bed. You know, I need money. I'm going to go hunt for fish. Go fishing and sell the fish and make myself some money so then I can buy a pillow. Right? You made use of your time. I feel like these are people in your family that are hoping, like, how can we get them to come back? And it's like, this is what you wanted, right? You No, but not like that. That's not what it wasn't supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be waiting for us in the cold. Not make yourself useful and get yourself out of the cold. You're supposed to wait for us to get you out of the cold. You're like, well, I'm not waiting. I'm not. So, yeah. I feel like that was the whole point. They were supposed to take something from you and then have you wait for it. But instead, you kind of, like, made it yourself, made use of your time. And because of that, you're getting everything that's yours that was taken from you. Whether or not these people... It's like you were waiting for these people to give something back to you, right? Or to give you something. It's like, well, if they're not going to give it to me, I'm just going to make it on my own. If you're not going to give me a place to stay, I'm just going to build myself a place to stay. If you're not going to feed me, I'm going to feed myself. If you're not going to love me, I'm going to love myself. If you're not going to give me money, I'm going to go find a job and provide for myself. It's like that. And they're like, it wasn't supposed to be that way. You're supposed to wait for us. Because now what do? We can't get you to come back to us. And we need you to come back to us because something is coming for us. Something is on our tail. We don't know what it is. We don't know when it's coming. And it's going to devour us. And we need you to tell us what it is and when it's coming. And why. But this is why. As for when... That's not for you to tell them. As for what? That's not for you to tell them. And I feel like that's what they want to know. Alright, this is a reading. Hope it helps. Bye.